A huge new report out of Sony Studios reveals that there is a new Last of Us remake on the way, but bigger than that, Sony said no to Days Gone 2, and it means big trouble for smaller Sony Studios. Plus, Smash Pro Nairo makes YouTube debut after being banned from Twitch last year due to now seemingly false sexual misconduct allegations. And esports organization Astralis are looking to go public on the US stock exchange. All that and more next on The Breakdown. Last of Us Remake in development, Sony focusing on only large dev teams. Sony Studios are reportedly working on a remake of The Last of Us, while Sony Bend begins work on a new game after an unsuccessful 2019 pitch to make Days Gone 2. This all comes to light after the Bloomberg report released today, Friday, April 9th, that highlights the problem among Sony's lesser-known studios. Apparently, a team was put together to help Sony out with a remake of the well-known game. At first, it was supposed to be a remake of the first Uncharted game, but after that idea was passed on, they settled on a remake of the first Last of Us. However, the issue came from Sony keeping the entire studio's project secret and refusing to give them the money they actually needed to finish the project. It ended up being deemed too expensive, and they canned the entire project and moved the dev team into supporting the development of The Last of Us 2. That's when it started getting spicy. After The Last of Us 2 was released, Sony shoved the formerly secret team out of the way and gave the project, codenamed T1X, to Naughty Dog and assigned it as a new Naughty Dog project. And while all of this was going on, another development team, Sony Bend, had pitched a sequel to the fairly middling Days Gone after the game was released in 2019, but ended up having their pitch rejected. Some Bend staff reportedly left as a result of having their autonomy taken away, and leadership allegedly complained to Sony and asked to be moved off of Uncharted development. Sony Bend is now apparently working on a new original game, but it's not clear if this is Days Gone 2, a brand new game, or a return to another back catalog game. All of this is simply to say, what the heck is going on at Sony? These two stories that were highlighted in the new report shows that Sony is really doubling down on pumping resources into their larger development teams, and the smaller ones are starting to be shuffled off to the side, to either work on remakes of games that either large studios create, or left to languish in pitches for sequels that take years to resolve. Sony could be making a huge mistake by remaking The Last of Us and forcing Bend Studio to work on a game they don't really want to work on. Instead of developing new IPs, they seem dead set on milking their major franchises for every drop of money they can get out of them. Will video game studios go the same way that Hollywood movie studios have over the past 10 years? Smash Pro Nairo makes huge YouTube streaming debut after controversial Twitch ban. Nairo's return to streaming has gone off with a bang, with the Smash Bros YouTube debut peaking at over 23,000 viewers, with thousands of dollars of donations flooding in, and it comes after Twitch is yet to lift his ban on their platform. This all follows the breaking of his silence back in February after his sexual misconduct allegations were, quote, fully resolved, and Nairo has attempted to rejoin the online community he was a former face of. Nairo was one of dozens of Smash Ultimate pros to have been accused of sexual misconduct back in July 2020. Fellow pro Captain Zach Louth claimed Nairo and him had a sexual relationship while he was 15 and Nairo was 20. Nairo claimed that this was not true, and in a post back in October 2020 said that he would use legal proceedings to clear his name and show that he had participated in no improprieties. And now he says that after having a legal decision that proves his innocence, the biggest thing still standing in his way was the permaban Twitch gave to him when the allegations were first leveled.
I don't know what's going to happen or how people are even going to react to this, honestly, but I want to try to move forward. Even then, as you guys know, I'm permanently banned on Twitch. I did submit an appeal, but I'm still banned. I did consider Twitch like my stream home. I've been streaming there since the launch of Smash Wii U back in 2014. So if I were to stream again, I would love to be back there again. But we'll have to see where it goes.
And since Twitch seems to not be in the cards at the moment for Nairo, YouTube is the next home for the former Smash Pro. And it didn't take long for the streamer to break his own previous Twitch records with a new stream on YouTube. He capped out at over 23,000 concurrent viewers on a 6-hour stream, which is huge considering that is double what his previous highest viewer count was when he would stream on Twitch. He even picked up thousands of dollars in donations, 7,000 new subscribers, and 2,000 members, which is essentially the same thing as a Twitch sub. This all comes after Nairo lost almost 40,000 subscribers to his YouTube channel after the allegations first hit last year. But after his announcement of the resolvement of the legal issues in February, Nairo has already gained most of those back. Will we ever see the Twitch ban on this former pro lifted, or will YouTube be the new place for him to build a community? Esports org Astralis looked to go public on US Stock Exchange. Astralis Group, the parent company of the organization that runs professional teams in Counter-Strike Global Offensive, League of Legends, and FIFA, have already gone public in Denmark in December of 2019, becoming the first esports team to be publicly listed. And now, they look to come to the United States Stock Exchange due to, quote, growing US investor interest after announcing a satisfactory year in 2020 that saw them lose $8.5 million. They have officially applied to be a part of the OTCQX, an American market that will allow people in the US to buy shares in the Danish organization, of which there are most likely a ton of American fans due to their dominant CSGO roster that acts as their org's flagship program. We are pleased to potentially trade on the OTCQX Best Market, as it will give our current and potential shareholders an additional and larger regulated platform from which they can conveniently trade our shares, said Anders Horsholt, CEO of Astralis Group. From the company's perspective, it provides added exposure to an expanding US market of esports investors. This is cool, especially because it's a Danish org that wants to be involved in the exploding esports scene here in the United States. What's going to be really dope is when other esports orgs also do the same and jump into the deep end of the pool with some of these bigger players. 100 Thieves, FaZe Clan, Andbox, and the rest of the massive orgs are going to be on the stock exchange eventually, but really it's just a matter of when that will happen. That's it for the news today. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're always posting brand new content right here on our YouTube channel. But did you know that Checkpoint XP is the only syndicated radio show in over 70 cities across the US and Canada that talks exclusively esports and video games? If you go to our website at checkpointxp.com, you can see where we're airing and if we're in a city near you. And while you're there, check out the podcast feed for the breakdown and take the esports and video game news on the go. My name's Weirdbeard, and rest in peace, DMX.